So what you're going to be needing to be successful in this class, this is what you're going to need. I'm going to go over everything you're going to need. So before you get started with day one, week one, please make sure you have all these things because you're going to need them. And don't think that you're going to be able to go without one thing and say, okay, I don't need that. No, you are. Because this is how I designed this course. I designed this course for success. And for you to be successful, you have to do what is required of you to do. This is what you're going to need. First off, you're going to need copies of Alayla Carroll's book. That's me. I'm Alayla Carroll. So what book are you going to need? You're going to need this one especially. You're going to need this one here. It is called Breaking the Spell, The Ultimate Escape Plan from Narcissistic Entanglements. You can get a copy of this book on Amazon. But guess what? I'm going to give you a free PDF copy of this book that you can download from the course itself. So if you don't want to purchase the copy, the hand book in your hand and have it in your hand, if you don't want to purchase it, it's okay because you will be able to have it digitally, ebook, on your phone or your laptop, computer, tablet, whatever you use, whatever device you choose to use, you will be able to have the copy of that because you're going to need it because you will have some reading assignments that you're going to have to read in this book. Now, you're also going to need my other book here. This is called 365 Days of Mindfulness, Your Daily Affirmation. So this is a guide. What this book entails is 365 days of daily affirmation. And all this, yes, it seems thick, but the reason why it's so thick is because each page has a day. And with each day, there's an affirmation. But the affirmation is explained to you, and I'm going to teach you how to apply those affirmations to your life so you can actually become the words that you are speaking over yourself. So you're also going to need 3 notebooks. So you can get a regular notebook from Dollar Store, Walmart, Walgreens, whatever. They sell school supplies. Get 3 of those. You might want to use more, you might want to use less, but 3 I think will do the job because you're going to journal. You're going to need to write down a lot of reflection, a lot of notes, those type of things you're going to need. Now, if you choose that you don't want to do all that writing, then get that notebook app. You have that on your phone. I don't really like the notebook app. I'm going to say that because I am old school when it comes to writing. I like to take a pen and start really writing out with my hand because I can feel what I'm saying when I'm writing that stuff down. Typing it out, texting it out, or speaking it into the phone, it ain't the same feeling. So go ahead and do what floats your boat. So that's what floats your boat, then do that and make it work. You're also going to need pens. Now, you're not just going to need the pen for the notebook because you're going to need also a vision board. You're going to need things to make a vision board with. So these are the things you're going to need. You're going to need glue or tape. Either one, it doesn't really matter. You're going to need scissors because you have to cut out. You're going to need pictures that you don't need but you want to use to cut out the pictures. And you're going to need a magazine that you don't need but has pictures in there because you're going to use that to visualize your future and how you want your future to be and the things that you want to work on and accomplish. That vision board is going to help you get that. And that's why you're going to need a pen because you're going to have to write notes underneath every picture that you write, that you post on the board. What is that about? Now, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it's up to you. But it kind of helps when you do it. What else you're going to need? You're going to need time. You need time to do this class. If you feel like you cannot do this class, don't even get started. Just wait until you know that you can actually take time to get it done because every day that you are doing this class, you're going to have assignment. So the first 12 weeks of this class is only 3 days a week, basically. You're going to have 3 days where I'm teaching you about narcissistic behavior, narcissistic personality. I'm doing all that in video. Then you're going to have the rest of the 4 days to actually do the assignment that I'm going to give to you. So I'm going to give you assignments, and you're going to do those assignments, but you will have the time during that week to actually complete that assignment. So you're going to need time. You're also going to need patience. And the reason why you need patience is because if you don't have patience, this ain't going to work. Because there's going to be a structured way that you have to do certain things. You're not going to be able to just jump in here, make it happen, and bam. If you are able to, that's great. But I'm telling you, to overcome a narcissistic relationship and the mindset that these narcissists, they create in you, you're going to need patience, because you're going to have to break this spell. It's a spell. It's exactly what it is. You're under a spell. And you're going to have to learn to break it. And everything that I'm doing is going to teach you how to do that. Then you're going to have willingness to change. You have to be able to change. If you're not willing to make the changes and do the work, it's not going to work. I'm just letting you know. Now, the other thing you're going to need is willingness to work. I did mention that, but you're going to need to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you're wasting your time. And I would say you're wasting my time, but I'm not going to let you waste my time. That's why I'm doing this in video. Because one thing about me, I do have a pet peeve. My pet peeve is that when I am helping somebody and I can clearly see what they need, and I ask them, do they want the help? And they say, yeah. And then I go with trying to help them and they don't want to do the work. It's like, well, what's the point if you don't do the work? You're wasting time. You're not wasting just time, but you're wasting precious time that you're never going to get back. Then the other thing you're going to need is you are going to have to keep this to yourself. Yes. You're not going to be able to tell anyone that you're taking this course until we get to week 5. When we are in week 5, then I will tell you exactly who to tell, because it is very crucial. Some narcissistic people are dangerous, and you have to be very careful with how you approach this situation. The minute they find out that you are taking a class to leave them, I was going to say something else, but I don't want to say that. The minute that they find that out, they can become dangerous to you. So this is the reason why you want to keep it to yourself, not even telling your best friend or anybody like that, because you don't want your best friend to be that kind of person. I don't know who your friends are, but just let's say, for an example, your best friend, the kind of person that like to run their mouth and be like, that's why she is taking a class to leave your, you know what I mean? No. We don't want that happening. So that's why you have to keep this to yourself. And I'm going to tell you exactly who to tell. And especially if you got a best friend that does that, that is one of the persons you definitely do not tell. You don't tell them about that until you have broken free from that narcissist. Then you let them know about the class you took. So anyways, that's what you're going to need for this course to be successful in this